Hello, boys, babes, and all of you beans in between. Welcome back. I've done a thing. And that thing involves I took it out. I tore the whole thing out. I put a hole there. There's a giant hole there. This is also deeper than it was. I'm debating moving this all the way down too, but we're gonna leave that for now. But I tore it out. It's gone. Yeah, no, it wasn't working. I think tearing it out definitely helped my brain figure out what we're going to do more. So I do have a lot of terraforming to do, but I'm going to tear a little bit more of this space, and I'm going to get the building started. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to record the time-lapse for that, because this one is much more breaking it down piece by piece so that I can better break this down, as I have time-lapsed most of these, so the way my brain typically works is not quite working the same way. So most people will do designs and creative beforehand. I don't like doing that. And so I typically don't end up designing beforehand. This just happens. This was entirely free flow. That was free flow. That was free flow. Pretty much every single one of my builds in this world was a complete free flow. Like, there was inspiration images for this boat and that boat and this boat. But for the rest of these, it's free flow. So it's a little harder to time-lapse and pick that out without excessive amounts of editing of going through and clipping out the big breaks where I just sit there and jump around in a circle for 15 to 20 minutes until I feel like it works again. So this will not be on a time-lapse. I am going to definitely do more planning for other builds that I am going to be doing. So I'm going to get to work on this, but I wanted to share with you that I tore it out and we are starting over again. But I'm gonna get to work on it, and I'll show you guys what it looks like when I'm wrapping it up. Alrighty, welcome back. I have been working. Like I said, I was gonna work on the build for the forgery building. Yeah, I have been. You ready? You ready? Look at that thing. Look at that thing. I know, it still needs detail, but I really like where this is going. Once again, it's a hollow building. But that's intentional because the interior will be actually used for things. So what we're looking at here is I have these two small branch wings. So this one's over here, kind of small, doesn't really have a lot of space in it. But the intention is with this, I'm going to build some sort of platform system that's going to loop around the edge of this and take you up to the top of the mountain. So there's actually going to be like a pathway to get around the mountain. In addition to the fact, the other side is just going to be a cute little storage space over there. Once again, I know these are really flat. I am going to be adding windows to them to help bring out the definition. I just really liked the base color of that brown. Hello, llama. Next 3x3 door. It is not a redstone door, but it will have trapdoors and doors. Fixing it, covering it, make sure it's safe. But once again, you can see this is hollow. It's gonna stay that way. Eventually I'm going to entirely redo this entire space with stone brick, moss stone brick, cracked stone brick, all of those different textures, polished andesite stone, you name it. I'm going to turn this into a giant workspace room. It's going to have a foraging system in here. So, like, it will have a multiple furnace array. Like, I'm thinking probably double the size of the one I have at the villager trading town. In addition to the fact, it will have a storage system that I will be including in here. In addition to the fact, I'm going to be digging a little bit more this direction because there are my rockets. Just on the other side of this mountain, there is this really cute little set of caves right here. It's a little bit below where I'm working currently, but I think it'd be super, super awesome to have a cave tunnel kind of deal that spits us out right here where we can have like a little lookout spot, keeping an eye out on the ocean. Like, we know we're not in danger, but it'd be kind of cool to have something that's poking out, peeking out, keeping an eye on things from the other side, because there's a giant mountain in the way. It's a little hard to see things, but I definitely think this is a lot better than what we were working with originally, and I definitely think it has come a lot further along than initially I thought it would. But we're going to get back underway working on this pathway piece that's going to go, hello llama, up here and onto that area so that we have something up there. Hello there. Probably some sort of little shack or something that matches closer to what the guys over here look like. A little bit more rinky-dink, a little bit more balanced and kind of hard to get to. Probably one of like the earlier buildings of the town that just was used as, like, once again, a lookout, but not quite fully intended as a lookout. It's just where they lived. So I gotta figure out how to make this little platform go up and around there. So I'm gonna get onto that and I'll show you guys that process. It's not the nicest thing in the world, but it's a fun little path. You can see more of the area, and it gets you up here, which I think makes a very nice point where you can look out and see things. Once again, not the nicest thing. I definitely am going to come through and make sure there's like, hold on. Let's see if I can show you what I'm thinking about. So with this right here, it looks like it's unsupported entirely. And so I would like to do things like this, where it looks like there is some sort of bracing system that's holding it in. Same thing at these points. They are very loose hanging, and it's very hard to tell that it's supported, and it looks like it would hold itself up. So I'm in the process of trying to brainstorm some better methods to make these look like they are properly supported. Right here, it does look a little loose, and so a quick way to fix that would be to come up here with some dirt, since I don't have scaffolding, and place that there. And like here, same deal. It looks like it's just hanging. So by doing this, it looks a little bit more like it is supported. So make sure it looks like it's transitioning out decently. Not the nicest thing in the world, but it does look significantly better now. It looks like it's something that is not just loosely hanging off of a wall. And it looks like it was correctly nailed in, and it's not going to just fall down at the first walk across it. So I think that overall it looks pretty cool. It does make this place look a little bit more ramshackled and less perfect. Looks like they've been building and growing, and that this is one of their early growth points. So let's do a quick flyby of it and get it at a distance. And yeah, I love it. It's silly, it's funny, it's kind of fun. I think it will definitely serve its purpose up here in making an easy way for me to get up and down, but also to connect the two different areas that are going to be up here. So I would to go ahead and build that house, but that's actually going to go on hold for the moment. Uh-oh. Okay, well, let's fix this. Because I want to I would like to focus on the fact that we still don't have a mob farm, and I desperately need to get one going. So what we are going to do is we're going to fly out this direction and find a spot to throw a farm in, because boy, do we need a mob farm. So I'm going to get my inventory emptied, grab the materials I need to build one, and then head that way so that we can get that started, because that is a process that we are going to have to work our way through real fast. Alrighty, we have resources. We got bricks that I'm going to build out of. We got stuffs and things like redstone and stuff and things, and more bricks to build out of, and a piece to start with. It's going to be a fun adventure. Problem stands, we got to find the best spot. And I am just now leaving my area because I just spent quite a bit getting all of those materials, bed, other knickknacks and paddywhacks. But I think there was a nice ocean spot over here that I wanted to put it in. Problem stands, I am currently running very low on rockets, so we will be entirely tridenting our way around here to try and find a nice ocean area that's big enough that the distance around it should not cause any spawning problems for other mobs. And I think that this was it. I think this little island right here was what I was looking for. Let's see. Yeah, this is a pretty decently sized. I think I need to go light up the shorelines on a couple things, but if I am high enough up above all of this, I should be a-okay. Ooh, my world is having issues. Yeah, I think we're going to use that island as my start point. So let's get over there. Thank you for the boost, little dolphin. Good news, meaning we don't need that lily pad. Actually, we're going to use this one. It's low enough, it should work just fine for us. Okay, first things first, we are going to put that there. And then we're going to grab all these things. So we're going to go shulker, 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 and then that. Okay, so if you don't know this farm I'm using, I do not know the exact creator of it, but it is a multi-tier farm that is just a generalized mob farm for everything. And you need a whole bunch of building blocks for it because it goes way up there. But I think the best way to go about doing this is showing you on a time lapse, and I will try and find the tutorial that I used when I initially built this back on Sleepycraft. But I will make sure that it is linked in the description for you guys, but I'm going to get this started. Hey there, so this is the farm built by Nimbomb, if I recall correctly. At least some sort of modified version of the one he built 4 years ago. I have been using this farm for about a year now. It's on Sleepycraft. I use it a lot. It works great. It produces at a really high level, especially if it's in a well-spawn-proofed area. Downside, actually takes redstone compared to some of the other super easy farms you can build, but it definitely was worthwhile for me because these farms produce at such a high level that I only have to AFK for like 30-45 minutes and I'm good for about a month. So, keeping that in mind, you also have to remember to count what you're building, and you're going to notice this in just a little bit when I finish this quick time lapse. I built it wrong. I built every platform just a touch too big. And because of that, none of my mobs get pushed off when I do it. Mind you, I also didn't actually go put in the clock that I need to put in for it to actually work correctly by this point. But you will find that I completely ruined the build because of that. So that's something I have to go back and fix, which sucks. But it is what it is, so. Alrighty, so mob farm. It's mostly done. It's mostly done. But I just realized upon looking at this, I was like, hey, why is nothing falling yet? I built the platforms too big and now there's mobs everywhere and I'm really scared to go on there, so I'm gonna have to go get some invisibility and fight this through. Because this is a problem. This is a massive problem. This is a massive problem. Not to mention I didn't think to actually like put the sorting stuff into the sorting system because I didn't think that far ahead, and now I'm in a situation where it's going to need a lot of work to fix this. So we have the shape here. The shape is here. It ain't perfect. It ain't pretty. But there is a mob farm here that just needs some quick critiquing, which I'm going to have to make some invis potions for and probably not going to bother doing on camera. Because look at it. I'm scared of this. But it does work for the most part. I need to fix the sorting system, which is entirely fine. That is not going to take too long. It's just one of those things. Hi, buddy. Boop. He's having a grand time. But it's going to take us a minute to get it all taken care of. Like, I need to come through here and mob-proof these edges. But it shouldn't be too bad once I fix it. But now I got to go through, trim it, put a, what's the word for that? Hopper clock inside and a or a AFK platform at the top, and then fix the sorting system. But the worst part's done. The worst part is done. Fixing it's gonna be a pain, but it's all here. I gotta actually build a sorting system. Gotta actually do things on it. But we have a farm, and it is quite literally. Hold on, let's grab our stuff so I don't leave this all here. I am gonna leave that end chest here, so I have it here. But the good news about this farm is you probably saw this earlier, but it is just right over here. So it's not a terrible catastrophe what I have done, but I am going to have to fix it. But it does look nice and ominous, which was my goal for it. So definitely I'm glad I got that done. You can see me trying to put water in it through that lovely little video of me trying to do it super fast, but you know, it is what it is. I can guarantee you I'm not done. I'm gonna need like 3 or 4 invis potions to get through that, but we are gonna come back over here because there are a couple small things I want to fix on this and add to this before I call it for the day. So give me just a moment and I'll show you all that. Alrighty, so we are back. Mob farm still needs work, obviously, because I really goofed up that build. But we'll fix it, that's fine. Filter system will take about 15 minutes to fix. And a redstone clock, that's easy. So, the thing that we need to do now, that has been long awaited. Windows. We need windows. All of these need windows. That one not so much, but these, and those, they need windows. So, let us look at these. You can see this wall is way too flat. From a distance, it just doesn't look good. I know I tried to texture it. It didn't help. It did not help us. So, what we're going to do is get my axe, because I need that. Grab those back. Followed with, get a pick out. Because this is a 2 wide, or this is a even wall, we're going to do a 2 wide window. Which both allows for different opportunities build-wise in the sake of adding a texture to it, and both also to provide a different level of design to this. I initially was thinking dark oak, but then I realized dark oak is everywhere. Let's do some spruce for this, because I think it will provide a nice contrast to the current state of the build. So I'm thinking something along these lines. First things first, we definitely need glass in this window. And that's too low. Let's get my axe back. I think that is nice. I think this is where we also come back with dark oak and allow for a little bit more leveling in the terms of building to it. So, same deal here. Obviously, that looks quite nice, I think, in my opinion. The next thing I'm looking at is how we're going to bring in the bottom of this, because this itself already sticks out decently far on its own. I don't want it to stick out too much further, but I also want it to have a solid base to it. So I think our best bet would actually be to turn this into a window box so that it grows into the front part of this build. Hold on. There we go. And then like that. Do that. Not all of those, but something like that, which I think will provide quite nicely to this. But forgot to grab dirt. I need dirt. It's fine. Haha. Okay, so getting us some nice green dirt. And we'll put some flowers in there eventually. But I think that makes this not feel so flat. But it also makes those feel like they belong there. This wall also needs something. Gotta figure that out though, because it's an entire wall. Let's see. Get rid of these things. I thought I was being smart. It didn't work. If the door is there, I think that kind of window will do us the best. Good. We got brown terracotta still. Okay, so with this one, I think I want to do something. Actually, this is going to be a problem. This one is just going to get some nice shutters. Because we have to be able to walk up the staircase I put in. So like a set of simple shutters definitely does the trick. And then we need a door. I never lit this up. This is a mob farm. Let's correct that atrocity I created. We'll also do interiors on here eventually. But that definitely is a nicer space. I can still walk this. This part here already made it not feel so flat. I wanted something for the door frame. The door frame needs something. So if I do something like that, and then we take some spruce and then strip it real quick. I think that was not the intention. I think my axe is too strong. I think if we do that, pick up our blocks, stand back from it. Yeah, I like that. It's still kind of flat, but it has enough texture to it. It feels like it's mixed up with something else and it does something. So I think that works for that one really well. Let's sleep real quick. We gotta look at these other buildings though. The problem with the other buildings is I've done no interior on them, so we're gonna struggle with that. But we can also do up there real quick. I was thinking for up here actually. Hold on, I gotta craft what I was thinking. For this brick building in particular, I really want to incorporate iron bars. Because it's been a long time since I did iron bars for windows. So let's hop up here, see how it looks. The other ones I'm going to have to take a couple minutes more longer on to do, just because they need interior before I can go too far with what I want to do. So let's get these real quick. Boop and boop. Alright. Clear the terracotta. And let's take a peek outside. How are we looking? They're a little low. I think, hold on. This is probably gonna be a very dumb choice to do, but don't mind me. That was a little bit of an overshot. Let's... Whoop. Uh-oh. Parkour. And... let's see. Yeah, I like it. It literally looks like that's a screaming face right there. This one looks like it's very upset with me. And then this overall, it looks like a giant Cyclops is just sitting behind our friends here. But before I can start these guys, I do need to start some interior flooring in there so I at least know the levels that the windows need to sit at. So I'm going to go do the interiors really fast and I'll come back and show you the windows I've made. Alrighty, welcome to interiors. They have floors, and all of these floors have the availability for windows. So let's get it started. This one, I feel like the best solution for it is to be a nice, tall cutout. And with that, boom, space for a window. So we put some quick glass in here. And I feel like with this one, we're not going to actually do anything around the outside of it because it has the roof up there, framing it already. So that's all set. Same deal back here. We can really quickly do a tall stripe, followed by another tall stripe, 2 over. And with these, before I do what I want to do with the glass, I want to come back here and take some trapdoors to it so that it looks like they have shutters. Not that they're very productive shutters, but there are shutters. Same deal on this side. Opposite side. That's the wrong block. Oop. Hey, we got it back. That block. This block, and this block. And we close them. And boom. Top floor has windows, natural lighting. Looks grand. I love it. Honestly, considering some sort of skylight, but definitely not yet for this. On this floor, this one was meant to be like more of an office floor, more of like a storage floor, so its windows are going to be much more sparse. I feel like right here is not an answer. I forgot that's what my walls look like. Okay, let's grab this. With this one, I feel like it would look... Ooh, hello, that was an accident. We do... Hold on. That's not going to look good. Okay. Punch out this one. Oh, too high. Followed by one here, which is far enough spaced from everything else that it'll still look decent. Same deal here. This building mostly needs shutters, I think. Or we do something like this. And throw that away. And stick our windows in. I'm going to duplicate that on this side real quick. Boom. That window's there. Glass pane. Voila. That has light. This side. Because this side is technically reaching the same height as that part up there, but I didn't include it all the way up, I think what we're going to do here is a 2x2 window here. Followed by another 2x2 window right here. Because these are both far enough out from those. And I think what I want to do... Hold on. We're going to do this. Take this here and here, which I think will look nice. And then we're going to do full shutters on this instead of the little extra ledge that we did in the other one. Okay. From running out of blocks. Solution, jump out the window and check out what it looks like so far. I think that already vastly made a change for it. That one's actually going to definitely need a frame on it, but it's going to be harder to get it back up there. So, real quick, grab this, do that, do this, click once, do this, click twice. Alrighty. But yeah, I definitely love how it looks. I think we're going to move those trapdoors up and put the fences underneath that. Let me test that and I'll show you real quick. I think that's the ticket. Perfect. Okay, let's do some more real quick. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Needs some at the bottom, but let's do it on this one too. Yeah, I like that. I like that. We're gonna need to put a window here though, so let's see what we can do. I love this. It looks like a face. We got an eye and a mouth. It's a face. It looks like a little duck. I love it. Okay, so that looks good. I have not done up there yet, but let's punch a window here, here, here. Perfect. A nice little window. And you can see the stairs that go up inside. So I think that's where to stop for this building. And unfortunately, I am completely out of time. So we'll do that building right there behind me between now and the next episode. So you'll get to see that when we get started next time. But until then, I will see you all next time. Make sure you drink some water and have a great day, lovely folks.